is up, YouTube? Lami here. Going to show you a quick tutorial on the magnificent tranquil shot or tranquilizing shot. And you see the tranquilizing shot is costs 20 focus. It is an instant and it removes one rage, or one enrage, one magic and effect from the enemy target. This could be used in so many scenarios. For instance, if a pally bubbles, or if you got a shield from a disc priest, dots from a druid, any of those you can dispel with a tranquilizing shot. Yes, 20 focus is a lot of focus, and it's hard to spam, even in arena situations. But it is so useful. Here I'm going to show you real quick how to set it up on Tell Me When. Simply tap TMW once you have Tell Me When. And here I have it set it up on my third icon. I believe my third icon. No, on my second icon. And it is pretty much just says enraged or magic. Simply just type in magic. Should be the type one. It's dispellable type, and same thing with enrage. It's a dispel type. Easy, simple. For this, you're going to do a buff or debuff, and it's going to be on the target. You're looking for the buff, any presence, normal duration. Normally, you can keep all this the same. Simply just make sure you enable it. Hit OK, and it normally shows whatever the icon is for the certain buff. Exit configuration mode. There you go. Simple, easy to use. I'll show a quick video on me dispelling a pally bubble in an arena of threes. After following me this entire time.
Hand of protection. Protection down.
Protection is down. Welcome back, guys. Now with the being able to see, now that you're able to see that you can dispel stuff like the pally bubble, I'll also show you a cool, neat trick that has to do with being, if it ever comes into a certain situation where you need to trap somebody and then dispel whatever they have to dispel, you can easily do it with a trap, because that tranquilizing shot causes no damage. It does not break the ice trap. So even right now I'm going to hit my tranquilizing shot. Boom, trank shot, but still under the ice trap. So whatever reason comes down is like, holy shit, this dude has some buff, some enrage buff, pop cooldowns to come like mow your ass down. And all you got to do is boom, freezing trap, boom, tranquilizing shot, done. Of course, if you're in PvP situations, the freezing trap only lasts 8 seconds, but it is possible to do. Even if you do have your pet attacking the target, boom, he attacks it. You know what? You throw that ice trap, boom, it would stop your dog from attacking, and still tranquilizing shot, boom. So for tip number 2 for hunters is your pet controlling abilities. Yes, you can control your pet to do whatever you need to do. For this one, I'm going to show you just a quick basic attack. So say that we need to attack left training dummy. Pretty much I have it already on a basic attack. Here's a macro, pet attack at mouse over harm, so you can even do the mouse over if need be. Pretty much hit Q, boom, he's out to go get him. Alright, say that you no longer want that. Say it's a monk and the monk popped karma, or for whatever reason you do not want to attack that target because say you're doing the CC chain. You don't want your pet to attack him. You switch targets, or you don't even have to switch targets. Take that back. I have it set up for a shift Q, which is a passive, and all it does is set him for passive. The passive is right there. Pet passive, pet follow. Boom. So now the pedal's on passive, it is following me. So you can do the CC chain if needed to be, and then select your next target, Q again, or your attack, whatever you have it keybinded to, attacked. Tip number 3 is going to be a combination of a glyph and a talent. Right now I have the talent of binding shots, and I have my glyph of explosive trap. Use this multiple times in arenas, where I have put down a binding shot, which is my E right now, put down a binding shot, and the target doesn't move. So because the target doesn't move, it is not affected by the binding shot. So what I normally do after that, if I have my trap launch on, after that I trap launch an explosive trap towards them in order to push them using the glyph of explosive trap, which then stuns him. See what happens in a lot when you have a lot of casters or even another hunter, and when they realize that he used binding shot, I then use an explosive trap to push him off. Tip number 4. Tip number 4 could be used in certain situations in an arena, but I like to use them mostly for BGs, for that fast caps to get to one point to another as fast as you can. Pretty much all you have to do is hit. I have the aspect of the fox, which can be used at the same time with the vicious werewolf. So I can aspect of the fox and mount. So I can mount on the run. That gives you a little more mobility, more than what most people can do. Tip number 5. Here we're going to do a quick macro on Roar of Sacrifice. Roar of Sacrifice is huge, big utility. I think it's one of, for beginning hunter players, most underused. Of course, they're used to playing, solo. They're not used to taking a bunch of big damage. Your pet automatically tanks things if you're a big PvEer. But when it comes down to PvP, as soon as you see people hit that burst and you have nothing else, this could be a lifesaver. Roar of Sac. What it does, it protects a friendly target from critical strikes, making attacks against that target unable to be critically striked, but 20% of all damage taken that target is also taken by the pet. It lasts 12 seconds. Alright, so no crits. Imagine if you went against a fire mage who has to crit and cannot crit on you for 12 seconds, he's unable to do anything. No crits, 12 seconds. Here I added a little macro to be a /cast, and in the brackets target equals mouse over help, Roar Sacrifice. Now what that does is it's saying that, hey, my mouse over, I want you to Roar Sac, no matter who it is. Roar Sac, players that I can Roar Sac. So boom, 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 boom. Like I can be attacking one person and then tell this dude, hey, Roar Sac that guard, or that person, or even if you can't do it here on the actual person, you can do on the UI to say if you have somebody on your team, be like, all right, I pick my whoever, my healer, my tank, boom, Roar Sac. He's not going to be critted on. All right, if that doesn't happen, you can use the help Roar Sacrifice. What that does, it picks your target. So say whoever you have targeted. So if you can't get that target to be, if you can't get that mouse over, and you're targeting, and just might as well say, screw it, I'm going to target, player A, and then hit Roar Sac. It's going to do a Roar Sac on him. Now, if none of those two conditions happen, this is going to target yourself. It's where I say Lami, you need to enter your name, and it's going to be Roar Sacrifice. And then now, if I'm talking at a target and I'm not mouse over on a friendly, as soon as I hit Roar Sac, it's going to Roar Sac me. Makes sense. So I'm like, pew pew pew, Roar Sac me, boom, guess what? I have Roar Sac. Quick tip number 6, and this is for your arena folks. Oh, no, wrong button. If you go to your key bindings, they now made targeting, they made targeting for arena targets. So now you can do target arena enemy 1, target arena enemy 2, target arena enemy 3. You can go all the way up to 5 when you do that 5v5. But say if you're doing a 3v3, right now I rock the Razor Naga, which has the 12 buttons on the left side by my thumb. And then so my entire bottom row is my arena targets. So it's a quick switching of who we're going to do. So like, hey, enemy 1 is the warlock. Oh, but we're going to go down and hit the mage on enemy 2. Instead of going and trying to like tab through all the people, someone's pets, especially if it's like everybody has a pet or totems are out, you start tabbing through all of them. Don't have to worry about that. Or trying to click on that person, or moving to go click from here to attack, to do whatever, to drop your drop your binding shot, to drop any of your traps. Instead of going all the way up here to click whoever you need to click, then coming and then attacking, all you have to do is boom, press like one of the bottom rows. Big help. I did the same thing with my my party members. Like I target myself, it's Shift 0, which is the bottom left key on the Naga, Shift 2, Shift 3, so on and so forth, as you see it there, and it's all for the part of the Naga. Really quick, really simple way to target other people to help them. So I can combine that with like a Warrior Sacrifice on the target, with all I have to do is hit Shift 0 or Shift 1 or Shift whatever, and then S, which is my Warrior Sacrifice. Very quick, very easy, lifesaver. Thanks for watching the video. If you find any of the tips helpful, please comment and like on the video. And to get more up-to-date tips, subscribe to my channel to get more videos.